Welcome back to the Gentleman's Gazette. In today's video, I give you a glimpse into my shoe collection, including all my dress shoes and everything I wear on a regular basis. This is something a lot of subscribers have asked about, and we're happy to oblige. In my opinion, this should be the minimal shoe collection of every man out there. No, just kidding. Honestly, I have a lot of shoes, and I got a lot of them for free, sent by companies. If I had to buy each and every shoe, probably my collection would be a lot smaller. Alright, let's start with my monk straps. I have 6 pairs in my collection. The first one is a monk strap from Herring Shoes. It's Goodyear welted with a gold buckle. It goes well with brown and green outfits. Second one is a hand grade from Crockett & Jones. It has broguing on it, which is unusual. It's a hand grade model, which means it's higher in quality, and it has a silver buckle. Kind of a fun shoe to wear casually and with a business suit. The third one is a slightly darker tan with a half brogue medallion. It's from Ace Marks, also with a silver buckle. Now we're talking double longs. This is a dark chocolate brown one with a cap toe from Shoe Passion. It's Goodyear welted, I think made in Spain. This black double long strap from Ace Marks is Blake Rapid stitched with silver buckles, and it goes well with outfits such as formal business suits that usually call for black Oxfords. The other monk strap is likewise from Ace Marks. It has a nice oxblood or burgundy red color, likewise silver buckles, and I really like the last. It really works well for my foot, and so I like to combine it with a lot of different outfits. Alright, next up is my Oxford collection. Let's start with the black Oxfords. This is the very first pair of black Oxford I had in my collection, and I still have it today. I bought it used. It was a Church's, and at that time it was a very high-end quality model. It was before the Prada times, and the cool part about it is that it has a linen lining rather than a leather lining. I always found that to be more comfortable than all leather. This shoe has been resoled many times and rehealed, and you can see the leather is a little more crackling simply because it has a lot of wear on it. The next black Oxford is likewise a cap toe. I had a rubber sole added for the rain. It's from Cheney, which at the time was part of Church's, but it's a very old shoe, so it's not the same Cheney as you know today. Both the Church and the Cheney were Goodyear welted, made in England. This shoe here is made in Spain. It's a little more contemporary. It's still a cap toe Oxford, but I'm wearing it with red shoelaces from Fort Belvedere, and you can see it has a slightly different cut. I think it's made by Andrew Locke. Next up is a quarter brogue. There's just some broguing on the cap toe. It's very subtle, but makes it a little less formal. I think it's a very nice business shoe. Has a nice last. It's made by Pettywear, Goodyear welded in England. The next style I like quite a bit. It is a half brogue, meaning you have a cap toe with a full medallion brogue and you have broguing on the sides, but it's not a full brogue, which would be a wingtip on top. I used to have a full black wingtip in my collection, but I never wore it because the broguing is too casual and the black is too formal, and so I just donated it. This one here is Blake Rapid stitch, made in Italy by Ace Marks. This one here is a black hole cut from Ace Marks, Oxford last, again Blake Rapid, made in Italy. Now let's talk about the brown and non-black Oxfords I have. First, this chocolate brown one. I think it was made by Loke for a brand named Franz Baron. It is kind of an unusual style with medallion on top, but it's not quite classic, yet it still works well with lots of outfits. Here are Blake Rapid shoe, made in Italy by Ace Marks. It has a very nice patina, deep brown, hand burnished, but the last is slightly different. It's a little round and not quite classic, a little more modern. Brown comes in thousands of different shades, and so I always try to get shoes that are slightly different because that enables me to create better outfits. This half brogue Oxford is made in Italy by Ace Marks. It's Blake Rapid stitched, and I like this kind of in-between chocolate brown and medium brown color. This was the first brown Oxford I had. It was likewise a Church's with a linen lining, and you can see it's quite beat up. And I rarely wear it anymore, maybe if the weather is really bad outside or if I get sentimental. But I don't want to give it up because it was the first brown Oxford in my collection. Next up is more of a quarter brogue in the front with some broguing on the sides. It's from Beckett Simonon. I think it's made in Portugal, Goodyear welted. It has a really nice last. The leather is quite hard, so breaking them in takes a long time. The next one is an unusual Oxford in the sense that it is navy blue. It's a spectator with gray inserts. I think it's made in Spain by J. Fitzpatrick. This one is made out of white buckskin. It is a full brook Oxford, but it works because it's white and bright. I wear it with seersucker outfits, and sometimes I change the color of the shoelaces depending on what tie I'm wearing, so it all goes quite well together. This one is from Shoe Passion, and it was made in Spain. This one here is also highly unusual. It's a dark forest green Oxford full brook from Scarosso, made in Italy, Blake Rapid construction. And I like it because it's different, and I can wear it, especially with seersuckers or summery outfits, when I want to create an interesting contrast that is dark yet unusual. Next up is my selection of Derby shoes, which are more casual than Oxfords, and because of that, I don't have a single black one in my collection. Instead, I have a dark chocolate brown one here from Ellen Edmonds. It's a long wingtip, a nice chocolate brown. I think it's a German Freudenberg leather made by Ellen Edmonds. It was their presidential line, which was a higher grade than their regular shoes. I combined them with a pair of burgundy shoelaces from Fort Belvedere, flat laces, and you can find a full selection in our shop here. Next up is a pair of chocolate deer suede shoes from St. Crispin's. They were custom made, and I put in some green shoelaces because it works well with the brown tones. I had this shoe in my collection for a very long time, and it has traveled with me many times. Here you can probably see one of the most versatile colors in menswear, which is an oxblood shoe or dark burgundy. This one is Goodyear welted, made in Spain, but the last is quite long and elegant, more like what you would expect from a French shoe. I think the brand is Union Cobbler. This is a brown Norwegian toe welt shoe from Manina in Florence, made in Italy, and I bought it many years ago. It's kind of a medium brown, and it works with a lot of things. Next up is a full brook in a medium brown, hand burnished from Ace Marks, Blake Rapid Stitch, made in Italy. I like it because the patina and the last works well for my foot. This shoe is a little more unusual. It has kind of a woven leather structure combined with a wingtip. It's made by Ellen Edmonds in a beautiful kind of burnished chestnut brown. I combine it with burgundy shoelaces from Fort Belvedere. Goodyear welted, made in the USA. Next up is a Goodyear welted Derby with a strong patina and color change from the cap to the rest of the leather. I like the look of it. The leather is not the best quality. The brand is called Luzotti, and I don't even know where they're made. They don't even say it on their shoes, so just something that showed up in the mail. This pair here was the very first pair of quality men's dress shoes I bought. It's from Ludwig Reiter. It's Goodyear welted, has been resold many times. And if I had to do it all over again, it would not be the first style of shoe I bought, but back then it cost me, I think, about 100 euros, which was a great bargain for a then new shoe. So I'm still having them in my collection, which is a true evidence that quality lasts and the cost per wear is way low. This shoe I bought years ago at Nordstrom Rack. It's a Spectator from Ellen Edmonds, made in the US, Goodyear welted, but it's on a quite elegant Bel Air last. And while I like these more modern lasts from Ellen Edmonds, I think it almost put them out of business, so they went back to producing their classic Park Avenue one. I don't think you can find this style anymore today. Next up is a green derby shoe. It's an elegant French style last. It's made in Portugal, Goodyear welted by Carlos Santos. Obviously, this kind of olive green color is unusual. The tip here is darker, so you can wear it with darker suits. It's just a shoe that you can maybe wear to a cocktail party or to events where you don't want to be flashy yet different. Next up, let's talk about my loafer collection. Loafers are difficult for me because they have a very slim heel, and oftentimes they're too wide and I slip out. These ones here are olive green with brown tassels from Scarosso, made in Italy, Blake stitched or Blake Rapid stitched, I'm not quite sure. I like them because they're different, they're perfect for summer outfits, and I wear them quite a bit. These medium brown penny loafers are very classic. They have a nice hand burnished patina, made in Italy, Blake Rapid by Ace Marks. Now, these chocolate brown penny loafers are slightly different. They're from a company named Founders. They're made in Italy, and they're a lot stiffer and thicker than the others. I think they have more an American style, even though they're made in Italy. Now here's a shoe that is quite beat up, And you haven't already noticed, some of the other shoes are not in perfect shape either. We're preparing for a shoe polishing series, and we need before and after examples, so that's what we're doing here. So stay tuned for the polishing series. This shoe is made out of cordovan leather, Japanese cordovan, not from Horween in Chicago. It has tassels. It's great for travel because you can slip out. The color is very versatile. It's Goodyear welted, and it's made in China, and it's very stiff, as you can see. It's not like the Italian shoes that are very flexible. The brand is Mermin, which are related to Carmina, yet these are made in China, not in Spain. Next up, let's take a look at my evening shoes that I wear with my black tie and white tie ensembles. Here's my very first evening shoe I ever had. It's made in Austria by Ludwig Reiter, and Austria has a fantastic black tie and white tie culture, so they wear it a lot. Because as you can see, the sole is quite thin. It's not thick. And it's made out of patent leather. There's no capto, as there should never be one, and the rounded last is typically Viennese. The one you can see here is a slightly more progressive version. It's a nice last, it's quite elegant, patent leather, again no capto, and you can see these are the wide Fort Belvedere grosgrain shoelaces. This is actually a prototype from Fort Belvedere that we made. And who knows, maybe we run them into production if there's enough demand for it. Likewise, it's another prototype from us, classic opera pump with a bow and a deep cutout with an elegant last. I wear them usually with white tie, sometimes also with black tie, depending on my mood. Okay, now let's go from the formal end and the evening shoes to the casual end and my casual shoes. First up, there's this kind of salmon red boat shoe from Sebago that used the Horween leather, and I like it because it's an unusual color. Also, I have this old weathered boat shoe from Eastland, likewise with Horween leather in a weathered navy and green. I still like it, I still wear it, even though it has this weathered used look. Another interesting summer sneaker for beach vacations is this one here. It comes in a cream or off-white. It's made by PF Flyers, and it was part of a vintage collection I created a couple of years ago. I like it quite a bit because it has this vintage look, yet it's a new shoe, and it's quite casual. They also sent me this shoe here in a much brighter green, which can work well with like shorts and a polo shirt if you want to make a statement with your shoes. Next up are some alpargatas, which are made in Mallorca. It's a Ute sole with some rubber. It's a very lightweight one. I bought it from the maker in Mallorca, and it's a very traditional shoe there. It's nice in the summer, or if you're at the beach, if you want kind of a stylish, casual alternative to flip-flops. This one here is very similar to the alpargatas. It was made by the same guy. He used some tie silk with leather and a rubber that's like vulcanized, similar to a car tire. So it's very hard wearing. And it has a little heel, which was quite funny. Not much structure, but very airy and great for summer casual outfits. I know some won't believe it, but I also have flip-flops in my collection. After all, I'm Brazilian, my father's from Brazil, and when I'm at the beach there, I'll wear flip-flops. To work out or play racquetball, I have this pair of like Asics shoes that I like quite a bit. And I have insoles in there, which are much thicker and better for you. So if you have a sport like squash or racquetball or anything that's hard on your joints, the insole will definitely help. For other workouts, I just use regular tennis shoes, just like this one here from Nike, which they sent to me, quite lightweight. I like it, very breathable, not much like structure and support in the heel or toe though. Of course, it would have been nice if I could have elaborated more on each shoe and how I wear it and combine it, but then the video would have been 55 minutes and it's simply too long. Stay tuned for more outfit descriptions where I talk more about the individual shoes, and I hope it was interesting for you. Make sure to check out our other wardrobe videos, such as my cufflink collection or my boot collection. In today's outfit, I'm wearing an olive green jacket, which is part of a suit. I combine it with a very small scale blue, white, and green houndstooth pattern shirt with a big kind of 70s inspired collar. I wear it with a yellow silk knit tie from Fort Belvedere that works well with the yellow pocket square with hand-rolled X stitches, likewise from Fort Belvedere. My pants are classic sand-colored chinos, and I combine them with purple and turquoise socks from Fort Belvedere with shadow stripes, and they work well with the turquoise leather lining of my green velvet house shoes, which are slippers, which I have two, of course.